Hi everyone, here's your market update for Simcoe County for April 2024. Hard to believe we're already in May, but here we are. I wish I had more to report for you. Our sales are a little bit down year over year. Month over month, they're about the same, but year over year, they're down a bit. But what's not down are the prices. So the prices are holding steady. Our average price is basically what it was last year. So we haven't gained, but we haven't lost, which is a huge thing to say in today's economy. So if you're looking to sell your home, I do believe that you get a decent price right now. You list, there's lots of buyers out there. More buyers seem to be coming on board every day. We're following the bond market very closely because as the bond market goes, so do the 5-year fixed rates. So right now, most lenders are offering between 4.89 and 4.99 on 5-year money. So that's decent. This time last year, however, we were able to get lower rates. However, that's all going to change come June and July because that's when the Bank of Canada started raising rates last year, and we're anticipating they're going to lower them this year. So the activity we lost out on in the beginning of 2024, you're going to see on the back end. So I anticipate we're going to be busy this summer as opposed to typical summers where we see it to be a little sluggish and slower. We do anticipate seeing more homes coming on the market. We do anticipate seeing more buyers come into this market because as the rates lower, it opens up a new pool of buyers as well. So that's my market update. Things are looking fine. Our prices are holding steady. Like I said, that's a lot to say in an economy as complex as this one, when we're not sure day to day what's coming at us. And this housing market has seen a lot over the last, I'm going to say 2.5 years. This housing market has absorbed a lot of change, and it's not typical. But having said all that, we're still here. We're still holding strong. Homes are selling. Buyers are out there. So if you're thinking of listing or even buying, a lot of people are curious right now. Why would I buy a house right now if the rates are going to change? And it's like, if the rates do drop and they drop significantly, that is just going to bring more buyers into the pool. And if you remember fondly, 2022, you're not always guaranteed a home. You could have 20 people bidding for the same home. So I encourage people, if they can qualify right now, I would get into this market. If I were selling right now, would I do it? Probably. I know that the rates are going to drop. However, I don't know the weakness of this economy. And a lot of times in recessionary times, housing prices do not rise. So that's why I think if I were selling, this would be a good time to sell. So what's in the headlines? Well, right now, all anybody wants to talk about are the capital gains changes. And although they are significant, just remember, you only pay those when you sell. So if you haven't sold an investment property or haven't sold a cottage or a secondary home, you don't pay those gains. What it actually comes down to is this. These changes are going to take into effect towards the end of June 2024. That does not give you enough time to go to market, list a cottage, sell a cottage, and have it close prior to the time that these changes take effect. And the only real way to do that is to undersell it. So, it makes no sense to take less for your property so you can pay less taxes. That makes no sense at all. So there's no panic with these changes coming to market. If I were selling my investment property, this is probably not the market I would be doing it in. And I'll tell you my reasoning for that. It is very difficult to sell anything with tenants in it right now. Fortunately or unfortunately, the tenants' rights with the landlord-tenant bureau being almost a year behind. We've sold homes for investors. We've done all the proper steps, and then the tenant refuses to leave. And there's not a lot you can do about it until you sit in front of a tribunal, which could take you up to a year to get in front of. So that is why people have shied away from actually buying investment properties right now. For one thing, money is expensive for investors because they're typically doing it on a home line of credit, which is the variable rate, which is quite high, or they're borrowing money from B lenders. again, higher rates. Everything has everything to do with the rates right now. So if I were selling my investment property, would I pick right now, May 2024, to do it? Probably not. I would probably be waiting until less inventory and people are kind of forced into it, and B, I would be waiting until the landlord tenant bureau actually, their wait times become less, because that's the only real way we have of having vacant possession for someone who buys your investment property. So if you have any questions about the market itself, about inventory levels, about sale prices, about the capital gains, anything real estate related, we're here. We want to help. Whether you're thinking of selling or not, we want to be your resource. So please reach out.